Hello everyone, welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I do hope you're all doing well. Let's have a look at the messages for the collective today. I really do feel like a lot of you are wanting to know, you're wanting to inquire about your love life. So I'm going to go straight into it, okay? So angels, ancestors and guides, what is this message all about? Let's start with the Archangel Power Tarot cards, okay? Solutions, but I actually also read this as solitude, okay? So solutions is usually the Temperance card. I think it's about balance. I think it's about, maybe some of you not over drinking. Archangel Zadkiel here. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So some of you who are in a partnership or in a connection, or it's complicated, or maybe past love energy, this is about forgiving and learning and healing. And for those of you who are presently in a situation, in a relationship even, this could also be about self-control and compromise. Maybe in your past connection you may not have had compromise as a strong factor. Now that is kind of one of the first heavenly virtues, is temperance. But I think in a connection, in any connection, it is about compromise, isn't it? So I do think that maybe there was a lack of compromise or understanding. Maybe one of you were giving more than the other here. Maybe you're pouring more of your emotional cup and your energy into a connection more than another person, with a connection. I do see that again. I feel like for some of you, this is just take it as it resonates, because I'm picking up on multiple different types of situations, different types of scenarios. I do think some of you who are in solitude and are practicing on being chaste, being pure, working on your purity, working on your more virginal energy, working on your cleansing, your purging, your purification, your sankalpa, your focus, your purpose. There's a lot of inner reflection I'm picking up on for a lot of you who are in solitude. This is a moment where you are maybe coming out of the energy of your last phase of grief, last phase of mourning, into peace, into understanding, into forgiveness. For some of you who are in a connection, I do think that I feel there's going to be more peace and solutions coming into your connection now. If say for example you've been in a really tough situation and with your significant other, you've been arguing a lot, you've been bickering. I feel like some of you have been bickering a lot. Things are going to be working out because both of you are compromising. Everyone has their own baggage. Everyone has baggage. Don't tell me otherwise. Everyone has baggage. Everyone's got trauma nowadays, especially since 2020. Everyone's got some sort of issue that, I think a lot of us in our generation, particularly those who were born in the 80s and even 90s, are clearing out a lot of karma from our parents, from our grandparents, a lot of lessons that we are learning and forgiving and solving, even as a generation and generations, and I think that this is all part of relationships in general. I don't think it's just romantic. I think it's how you were raised, what your pensamiento, what your thinking is about being in a connection, and also your own self-improvement. Maybe some of you are reading self-help books to help you to become better people or date better. When you're in the dating pool, just so you know, and you're purposely putting yourself out there and you're on dates, I would personally, in the Abstract Medicine Collective, I would stay clear of the apps, stay clear of dating apps. Find different ways of connecting with people through mutual friends, and if you can't find that, then maybe it's about finding new friends. This is about relationships in general, because all of your relationships have a connection. Your family relationships, your romantic relationships, your platonic relationships, your school friend relationships, whatever it is, have an effect on your long-term relationship, if that's what you want. If that's not what you want, then that's okay. You can just date around as much as you want. But even on the offset, when you're going out and you're dating someone, make sure that everything is being cleared and checked out with green flags at the very beginning. If you're seeing amber to red flags in a connection already at the dating game, at the beginning of your dating scenario, then it's time to, don't waste your time, please. Your time is precious. Your time is your life force energy, and please don't waste your life force energy on dusty people. I'm going to say that again. Do not waste your life force energy on dusty people. Okay. So I just felt like that was really strong. I feel like there's lots of channeling. I'm tripping over my words because there's so much information that's coming in from spirit. The Three of Coins is telling me again there's compromise here. There's a teamwork energy. There's someone who's wanting to compromise with you. Maybe someone from your past who wasn't seeing it before now is seeing it. They're also seeing you as someone who they find really inspirational. Maybe they are an artist, they are creative, maybe they see you as their muse, And I think, to be honest with you, if you are a female and you resonate with my channel, you resonate with my readings and private bookings as well, then you know that I'm about supporting you on the divine feminine path incarnate. So it's about being the divine feminine incarnate. And when you are the divine feminine incarnate, not just in energy, incarnate, in physical, in action, in mode, in thinking, in ethos, in everything that you do, then your masculine energy incarnate will also treat you in the same way, will treat you as a goddess, And there's nothing less than that when you are in the divine feminine energy. If you say that you are a divine feminine and this, that, and the other, and you're still chasing men, or you're still chasing the masculine energy if they are women in your same-sex partnership inclined, then if this is not abstract medicine here, my readings are not for you. I'm also seeing it's 12:34 right now, so I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a message that I've been seeing a lot recently for myself, but it's you're moving into new stages, you're moving gradually into the next stage, and I think that a lot of you in your relationships are showing you that if they're not also progressing maybe in the same way that you are, or on a similar path that you are, and your ascension and your spiral integration into ascension, then everyone around you will be kicked out of the spiral staircase. They'll be kicked out, because it's not about competition, it's not about competing. If you are especially divine feminines, you should be so secure of yourself and confident in yourself that you don't feel the need to be in comparison or jealous of any other woman, any other female or any other feminine energy. So I do see that there is someone who is quite jealous maybe of your partnership that you are in already, or the partnership you're going to be in. Or maybe this is someone from your past who you had your inkling about, because divine feminines are very clairvoyant. Actually, they have all of the clairs. Clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairvoyance, all the clairs. And I sense that you had sensed that someone was interfering in your past connection because they were jealous of the connection that you had with them, with your past person. This person that you were connected with, romantically speaking, may have been a player, okay, or had player energy. They weren't necessarily in there to be with you in the long run. I do see that there's a connection here in your past, or other connections in your past that just weren't serious about you. And I feel like as you're ascending into this energy of, I am a goddess and I deserve the best and the best and the best and nothing but the best, then everything around you that doesn't vibrate and have that same that same frequency will also, as I said, on the spiral of the staircase of life, as you are ascending higher and higher and higher energetically into a new cycle, then these people will go. Any way that they show themselves as, romantically, platonically, emotionally, or whatever. I do feel like there are going to be players who want to still, shoot their shot, so to speak. But I think that even people from your past who were like that and want to come in again with that energy, they know already energetically that they won't be able to survive your rebuff. I'm hearing they won't be able to survive your rebuff. And people from your past who are very jealous of your connections in general were unhealed, distorted feminines in your past. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take this to a part 2, and let's see some more information about what this is all about.